Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today I'm going to tell you how to find your signature scent. So how to find your signature scent? Really, this is somewhat simple, I would say. I think there's really two main things that is important. The first one is why you want to use this very specific fragrance. And by that, I mean, like, what kind of stuff do you do in life? What is your job? What, like, hobby you have? What places you go? Because in the end, a signature scent is a fragrance that you're going to wear pretty much all the time, and you need that fragrance to be versatile and work in as many places as possible. The second thing you want is the scent profile of the fragrance to be really what you want from this. Because if you say you want that type of fragrance for that kind of event, I could give you a list of fragrance, and if you don't like any of them, that's going to be a bad signature scent also. So what I would do is, first of all, think about the first part of it is, what are you doing? Like, what is your lifestyle like? So in which occasion you need a fragrance? Because some fragrance are like typically one type of fragrance. If you go, for example, Versace Eros, it's a clubbing scent and everyone knows it as a clubbing scent. But technically, if you're kind of person that want to go like do parties every time and just have fun in life and even in your job that like shows it, well, Eros, even though if it's a specifically a dating fragrance, would work well as an everyday fragrance for you. So when you have that idea, do you want to be more like business minded, more casual, more seductive? What is your lifestyle? When you have a good idea of this, you have a good start to figure out what type of fragrance will fit your lifestyle the most. Then for the scent profile, what you need to do is figure out stuff that you like. Maybe you love vanilla, maybe you love the smell of tobacco, maybe there's the smell of orange that you really love, maybe there's like some scent that you really enjoy. And that's also a good way for you to figure out scent that you enjoy. Now, what I would say would be a good way to do it, to like figure out what you enjoy, is to just go in stores, smell stuff, try to figure out like which fragrance you enjoy and why you enjoy them, and figure out some notes. Try to pick up some fragrance that have specific smell and that is really the heart of the smell. Like, if you want to know what ambergris smell like, it's going to, well, ambroxan, I should say, go smell Invictus. If you want to know what tobacco smell, go try to find tobacco vanille, for example, or another tobacco fragrance, and just pick up some smell like this. Oh, you can also just like live your life, do things that you do all the time, but just like try to figure out smells that you like. Maybe when you're opening an orange, you think it smells really great and you think it will be good in a fragrance. So have an idea, some note you're looking for in a fragrance, and maybe write them down if there's a lot, or just think about it if there's like a few of them. And when you have all of this, I think you're really prepared to find your signature scent. So the first thing you would want to do after that is to find some fragrance that have all those quality that you're looking for. There's many ways you could do it. You could like just search for lists of fragrance that are good for whatever lifestyle you want and just pick those up and see if the notes are there. You can go to a store and just ask fragrance that smell like those notes and that are good for those kind of event or setting or for your lifestyle, and see what they will suggest to you. That are ways to do it. Personally, what I would suggest is that you go on Fragrantica, you do a search by note, and you write every note that you want in a fragrance, and you search for fragrance that has those notes. Then what you do is that you just look at the list and you take notes of fragrance that are maybe a bit harder, maybe a bit easier to find. You just go through Fragrantica, look at the review. Maybe if it's fragrances that are a bit harder to find, and those that are harder, you should pick up samples. Those that are easier to find, you can just go to a store, ask to smell it on a piece of paper. If you think it's interesting, put it on your skin. And really the question of the does it fit your lifestyle, it's really up to you. There's no one that will really tell you if it's a good fragrance for your lifestyle or not. It's really you to like genuinely ask yourself the question, does this fragrance like smells good, first of all, and does it suit my lifestyle? And at that point, you might be able to find one fragrance that is like the one that is the best. Might happen that you don't. Maybe you have a couple fragrance that it's these fragrance that you think are the best, but you're not quite sure. If there's one fragrance that you're already sure, just buy the bottle and you're set up. If there's a couple fragrance that you're not quite sure, what I would suggest is that you buy some decan of those fragrance. Maybe like there's 2, 3 fragrance. So you buy all those 2, 3 fragrance. There's many places that will sell them. There's like Scentbird, even though they're a bit expensive, especially if it's for a cheaper fragrance. There's groups where they like sell and swap decants and just sell fragrance in general. Go on those places, just say that you're looking for these fragrance as a decan, get them, try them. You can even go on eBay. Just be careful on eBay. Some people will sell you fakes. And just by whatever means, just get decants of those fragrance in the end. Try them, wear them a couple of times, get used to them, and eventually you might have one that you say, yeah, this one is the one. If none of them really clicks, you can just keep going. Maybe you'll realize that some notes, you said orange is a really nice note, but you realize in the end, well, orange smells good, but it's not really in line with your personality and who you are as a fragrance. Like you like the smell of an orange when you eat it, but you don't really like the smell of like an orange being on you. So you might search for fragrance without that note. Maybe as you do it, you discover that there's certain note that you don't like, and that's why you don't like this fragrance, even though it was not a note you had in mind. Maybe you wanted something that smelled like tobacco and leather, but you realize that you really dislike vanilla, and a lot of those fragrances had vanilla. And again, it's just finding notes you like, finding fragrance that fits your lifestyle according to you, and just trying stuff. And in the end, you're gonna figure out something that is really a great fragrance for you in your own standard. Also, if it goes fast, well, that's great. If it takes time, just remember to just enjoy the process of finding signature scent. And if you also just don't want a signature scent, you think there's many of them that works, could be good also. No one really forces you to have a signature scent. Having a signature scent is good to like have people remind you, like have memory according to the smell of you, but you don't have to have a signature scent by any means. You can just wear like a couple same fragrance and just rotate into them, have some fragrance for certain type of event, which is actually what I think is the best. It will also work, but just doing that work of finding a signature scent, if that's really what you want, will help you just explore more fragrance, and it will be way better than just going to a store, say, hey, I want something that smells good, like almost everyone do, and just pick some stuff and just buy the one that smells the best, and in the end having great fragrance but not the best you could have. So hope you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, we'll like and share. If you have a signature fragrance and you were just interested to see the video and see how I was thinking about this, write your signature scent in the comments. So thanks for watching and see you soon.